Hello, it's me Flora, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. So this video is going to be a little bit of a mess. It's my main bullet journal spread, and this is the final thing. I'm recording this after I've done all the things, all the recordings, and I haven't done the narration yet, and I'm kind of worried because this went through quite a journey. Also, sorry about the lighting. Right now it is 1 p.m. because I forgot to do this in the morning when there was actually good lighting. It's kind of cloudy. I think it might rain. I'm great at timing, aren't I? But yeah, I'll just let the voiceover take over. Bye! Hello, it's Narration Flora taking over. I apologize for audio quality. I'm not hunched over my leggings recording this in my wardrobe. First thing I want to address is the title page. The first time I did this, which is what you're seeing on screen right now, is the initial version what I did. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Osoka Art. I found her on Instagram while I was scrolling on my feed. She makes really cool things. I love her ceramics and her artworks. Go check it out, I'll leave her in the description. That is where I got my inspo for doing a pattern. I looked at her things and I was like, yes, I want to do something like that. I want to have a cute pattern. I want to do it in watercolor. It's gonna look so cute, and I failed. It does not look good at all. Don't know why. I thought I could do it without properly planning. I did actually plan a little bit, but it wasn't concrete. I thought I had an idea of what I wanted, but I ended up just being really lost, and I think that translated across on my initial title page. My initial idea was to have it all close together. I wanted to have the May there, like the word May, and a small calendar under there. I also wanted it to be that there's so much going on the whole page. It's so busy and patterned. But then once you look at the May and the calendar, it's very clean. It's a nice resting spot for your eyes to look at, so it's not just overwhelming. I didn't execute that very well. It ended up being overwhelming because I didn't leave enough room for the word as well as the calendar. Even though the calendar and the word May are pretty simplistic, it's not minimal enough to be as contrasting compared to the pattern. And also the pattern itself isn't that busy. Like, of course it is objectively busy, I guess, but it's not so busy that there is no negative space to look at. And I think that's where I went wrong. My second attempt at doing a title page with the pattern still being there, because I could obviously cover the whole page with a piece of dotted paper, but I didn't really want to do that because, one, wasting paper, and two, feel like I would have wasted a lot of time. I did spend like an unusual amount of time doing it. I don't know why I took so much brain power to figure out where things are spaced, and clearly it didn't work out very well. So I ended up doing a piece of beige paper. I just wrote out the word May in cursive, fairly big. I guess it's like a really moderate font size, it's not like super big. And then I did a calendar on a piece of beige paper, cut it out, stuck it on the same position just to cover it up. I stuck that piece of beigey grey paper on the empty space on each of my weekly spreads. And I thought it looked okay, so then I just fell asleep that day. I mean, not right then and there, but I did eventually sleep that day. I woke up and decided I'm not fully satisfied. I was also thinking maybe the first one looked a bit better, or maybe not, I don't know. Still isn't the best I thought I could do. So, the final attempt at doing a title page worked out okay. I'm really proud of the final result and what I ended up doing with such a mess. I ended up abandoning that page altogether. I didn't want to turn it into my May title page. It just wasn't the vibes I was going for. So I turned it into a quote page. The quote is, "Don't dwell on what went wrong." I think you can see where I got this inspo from. Focus on what to do next. Spend your energies on moving forward toward finding the answer. It's a long quote, found it on Pinterest as always. I don't want to think too hard about it because I might redo that page, but moving on. Now that I've explained the whole ordeal with the title page and me messing up, formalities. I want to talk about the font I used before I talked about the more bullet journal-y things. The font is basically the lighter color in the back in a fairly big size, and then a thin cursive underneath each letter. It's what you'd see in a lot of study notes and a lot of different kinds of aesthetically pleasing documents. I do like using it. I try not to use it too often because it can look a bit, I wouldn't say boring, but I guess it does look a bit repetitive and not as interesting if I overuse it. I usually try to switch up the fonts and what I do for each month. I just want to put out different content for you guys, and also I get bored easily. My attention span is like an absolute peanut. Actually no, a peanut probably has a better attention span than me. The flowers and the leaves. Now, I'm gonna be real with you guys, I love plants. I'm interested in botanics and all that, but I have no clue what I'm doing when I'm doodling and doing little drawings. They're generally hints of a real plant, but you know, it's not really there because there aren't enough details to classify it. Finally, we are at the nitty gritty stuff. Don't know how nitty, don't know how gritty it's gonna get. This is what it is. For my study tracker, I started doing this in my April bullet journal. I color coded it so that I could see what subjects I'm studying for, and also, of course, as the name suggests, it's a study tracker so I can see how many hours I'm studying for per day. Across the page is the number of hours I study for, and then vertically down is the date. So of course I can track what day I study for how long, obviously. And that's it, that's my study tracker. Moving on, my habit tracker. This is the one that I had 12 items to track, but I cut it down to 6 in my April bullet journal. Of course, link is down below, it's in the card, it's maybe in the end screen, I don't know, click on it somewhere. But yes, back to my May habit tracker. My habits are water, sleep, healthy eating, meditation, exercise, diary, and YouTube. They're all exactly what it means. Water, drink enough water, sleep, get enough sleep, healthy eating, meditation, I meditate, exercise, I exercise, diary, I write a diary entry, YouTube, work on a YouTube video, whether it be writing notes for an idea I had, actually recording it, editing it, maybe I posted it that day, I don't know. And my mood tracker is also the same as my April mood tracker spread. Going down vertically is the moods in faces, I guess little smileys, but they're not all smileys, smileys and frownies, I don't know. Do people say frownies? I'm pretty sure I've never heard that before. Maybe it's a thing. And then going across is the dates. And I put a little quote in the corner because there was empty space and I'm too extra to leave it blank. And then my expenses and earnings. Of course, I haven't made any earnings this whole year. I also haven't made any expenses this whole year. Thankful for my fam for not kicking me out. So I left those pretty much blank. And the weekly spreads. The weekly spreads are pretty much the same. Literally nothing changed. I have my spreads as Monday to Sunday on a double spread because I like seeing my whole week. I also do that so that I can see what week it is at school. So it's week 1, week 2 of school, and I can check my school timetable. This month was really great for my weekly spreads, my to-do spreads, the actual bulleting part of bullet journaling, because the month started out on a Friday, which means that that single page had normal spacing, so it wasn't squished, it wasn't too much space, it was just enough. Goldilocks would be very happy with it. And it ended on a Sunday, which means I didn't need to waste any extra pages. I had that little extra space for reflection, which is what I usually do at the end of each month. And that's it, that's all. Here's the flip through. I hope you enjoy. I'm sorry there's so many versions of it. I'll try to edit it to be a little better. Yeah, that's it. Hello, it's me again. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you did, leave a like, put a comment down below, and tell me what you enjoyed about this or what I could have done better. Share your thoughts with me. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because why not?
It's free.
And I hope to see you guys next time. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Bye. Do you notice the issue here?
Like, what?
Oh my gosh, Flora. Why is that so demonic looking? Be gone. Oh no.